Eve.
Hey everyone, I'm Courtney Revolution.
I'm Savannah Palacio, and welcome to
The Homecoming Queens! Each week on The Homecoming Queens, we have one of our friends from the reality TV verse to tell us what it's like to go on those reality TV shows, come off, and have everybody know your name.
all episodes of the Homecoming Queens podcast is available on our new Homecoming Queens podcast YouTube channel. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe. You know what to do, but most importantly, just make sure to follow the new YouTube page.
That's very important. Thanks you.
Please.
Thanks you. Today's guest is the iconic and legendary Lauren Ashley Beck from Survivor. Yes, one of the queens. She's going to come on in and tell us what it's like to serve in the jungle or on the island. Which one was it? Is it the island, girl?
They're in Fiji.
Girl, we're going to the island.
Yes.
Oh, yes, go on.
I'm excited. I mean, honestly, I wonder if I were getting sent to Fiji, I would definitely wear a bikini.
Savannah, please. But first, you guys already know me and Savannah have to get into our key moment and spill the TTT.
Yeah.
Now, girl, what's the TTT?
So, I mean, I guess I have a lot of questions for Lauren Ashley because I'm a huge Survivor fan.
Yes.
And I can't wait to tell her this, but I actually broke, like, not a rule, but I broke my streak because I wanted to watch every Survivor episode from the very beginning. And I was on like season 20 or season 19, something like that. Mm-hmm. And I skipped forward to her season just so we could have this podcast and so I could have something to say.
Ooh.
Because last week I had to catch up with our last guest. And, you know, as much as I love, you know, being involved in a conversation, it helps me to like know the show more. And so I did my homework. And
look at you.
I binge watched all of Survivor season 39. It was amazing. Recommend to anyone.
Look at how you studied for the test, girl.
Yeah, I know me. I was like taking notes.
Good season of Survivor.
Great season.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I don't know if it was because I was constantly, you know, looking at Lauren Ashley, and she's so funny to watch.
Yeah, I agree.
I just have so much to say to her. I need her to come in.
Okay,
now,
save it. What did you do for the 4th of July? How was that for you?
Okay, 4th of July for me, I feel like isn't as like exciting as it is for other people. I don't really celebrate 4th of July. There's a lot of thoughts I have about 4th of July, but the main reason why I don't is because Teddy gets really bad anxiety when it comes to fireworks.
Teddy, your dog?
Teddy, my dog, yes. Teddy is my only child. He's 7. We have the same skin color. We're both tan. He's a cutie. He's a little Shih Tzu Yorkie mix. I call him a your shit, even though he's a my shit. I love him.
I love Teddy too.
But yeah, we were in Palm Springs. What did you do?
Girl, let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. I had planned to stay in the house, like for real, completely planned to stay in the house.
You?
No, really, like for real. I've been doing a lot lately.
I don't know about that, you guys.
No, I was gonna stay home. And then I woke up.
What'd you end up doing?
Tia and Tamara, aka Jack and Parker from The Circle, they texted me both.
Tamara.
They both texted me around the same time, like, "Hey, what are your plans for the 4th?"
I love how they don't text me because they know I'm not going to go out. They like, I know that when they think of you, they definitely think of me, but I don't get a text because they know my ass. Not going out. I'm home.
They know I'm at least a 50-50.
Yeah, I'm like a
you might as well roll the dice.
25.
Listen, Parker said I'll pay for the drinks. Jack said we're pre-gaming at my house. I said, well, America, right? So
America.
I let them drag me to the bungalow in Santa Monica, which is very much the opposite of my vibe. The vibe of the bungalow is very beachy, frat boy.
I was going to say white boy.
Yeah, like very super Caucasian-y. Like you're definitely going to hear the word cock and not dick at the bungalow.
I
right?
have a special hatred for the bungalow.
Why is that?
Because I have taste.
I know that's right. I want to say this. I was pleasantly surprised by the sprinkles of Blacks and Hispanics at the bungalow on the 4th of July.
Oh, wow.
At the bungalow.
Times are changing.
Times are changing.
Yes.
Jack and Parker had a great time. Mm-hmm. Parker had like her friend there, so we made sure that it was very LA for her. The shots were this big.
Yes.
Can I show you the shot?
Actually, please.
I have
please
it on
do.
film. Can I show her? Do we have time so I can show her?
Please do.
I have it. Hang on,
Let me see the shots. Show me the shot of the shots. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my God. That's crazy. One of my friends saw 2 cockroaches climbing up this wall one time when we were there.
Well, yeesh. Shout out to the bungalow.
Sorry.
The fries off the truck were good. You know how they had the little food trucks in the front?
Yeah.
After we did our dance, we went out and had some good fries. And then I came on home. You know, Grandpa Courtney needed to catch up on Real Housewives. So.
I love that. I mean, I will say, all the times that I have been to the bungalow, I have left very drunk. So
yeah, I was
I mean,
zooted and tooted, girl.
Right. I mean, I have all these bad things to say about it, but I leave drunk every time. So, I mean, it's not like my favorite place to go, but I wouldn't say it's like my absolute least favorite. It's just like a place that I didn't used to enjoy. But now, since times are changing, I might be persuaded.
I would say I wouldn't take my people there.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But
yes. Yeah.
if I wanted to spend time with my people, I would go there.
I get you.
Know?
I get you.
Good time. Shout out to you, bungalow.
Yeah. And you had a great time. And you had giant shots.
Girl, the shot was about big as this goddamn coffee.
Cheers. To America.
To America.
Oh, you watch Real Housewives?
I watched I went and caught up on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Ooh.
Beverly Hills.
That's my favorite Housewives, you know. Oh my God, you know what I just realized?
What did you just realize?
I have not been keeping up with the Real Housewives of Dubai.
Me either. I'm like 2 episodes behind.
Oh my God, me too.
There's drama, I'm sure.
I keep hitting the microphone today. I'm like, hey.
Did you see that Lisa Rinna was fighting with the Real Housewives of the Dubai?
I did see that.
What's wrong with Lisa Rinna ass?
I don't know. You know, I love Lisa Rinna though. Like I love that she's crazy. And I love her.
She's willing to take it there.
That's why I love her.
But why you can't take it there with Vicky Tamra and the girlies?
That's what I'm saying. I think that sometimes housewives, especially like in the Real Housewives franchise, they do things to like cause drama and to just get something going with like another franchise just so that their franchise can benefit off of like the publicity.
The attention, yeah.
Yeah, so I kind of think like Lisa Rinna is a really smart woman. You know, she's a businesswoman. She has had way many other opportunities that don't involve the entertainment industry. I was obsessed with her when she started going on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So I looked up things about her and Harry Hamlin. Love them. Also, shout out Harry Hamlin. You are still fine.
You are silly.
And yeah, I mean, I think that everything she does is like calculated. So I think that, yeah, maybe she's probably picking a fight just because
she over there texting Chanel Ayan like, girl, just go with it. Just go with it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I mean,
probably.
I'm not mad. If that's the truth, then I'm not mad at that.
I mean, or maybe it's possible that they're like reaching out to each other because like Lisa Rinna is not shy of drama and chaos. And obviously Chanel isn't either.
No.
So,
and I love it.
So maybe they're like, you know.
Seeing eye to eye.
Yeah. Maybe they're giving each other advice on how to navigate the show or I don't know. I'm not there yet, but
yeah, right.
I'll figure it out when I get there.
One day.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, Savannah, before we head to the island, I want to ask you if you could create your own Ultimate Girls Trip cast, Real Housewives, who would be, from any franchise, you could have doubles, triples, however, who would be on your dream cast?
I would need Kyle Richards there because she on Ultimate Girls Trip is so fucking fun. Okay.
Kyle is a lot of fun.
Who else would I need? I mean, what fun is Kyle without her sisters? Because that chaos, that mess.
We need Kim back.
Kim, I love Kim.
Kim, bring your ass back.
I hope she's doing well, and I hope she's healthy. Because I love her.
We haven't heard from Kim in a while, huh?
We haven't, no. And I hope that means that that's because she's doing well.
Yeah,
because most of the time we hear about Kim, it's kind of like...
It's not good news.
Yeah, and so I look forward to hearing good news about Kim. Kathy as well. I would want all 3 of them there. I would want Chanel, of course, because I already love her. Love her.
Chanel, Kyle Richards and Kim Richards.
Yeah, I love her. What's the other girl from that season? Sarah? No.
On Dubai?
Yeah.
Lisa,
yeah.
I love Lisa.
I would want Lisa there. Lisa's a must. She's cool, I can tell already. Who else? Okay, maybe from other franchises. Nene.
Of course.
Oh my God, Candy would be amazing. Candy.
I think Candy and Kyle Richards would get along.
Oh my God, right?
Yeah,
I feel like they would be such good friends.
Yeah, that's like a good pairing.
They're both kind of like empaths, kind of, right?
They are kind of empath.
They are.
Yeah.
I love Candy. Oh wow. What about Kim from that? Kim What was her song?
Don't be tardy for the party. Hurry up, baby, don't be late. I'll meet you at the place. I've been waiting for this day. It's the weekend, let's celebrate. Looking like a cover girl, covered in diamonds and pearls. Take the Benz out for a swirl. Drop that top, yeah, it's my world. That's a hit.
I honestly love the song, but Kim is singing it. Candy, it did everything else.
Yeah.
Singing, yeah. Sorry, Kim.
Well, Kim, at least you can get a check on Savannah's Fantasy Ultimate Girls Trip cast. Oh, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh. Are we heading to the island, girl?
It was so confused what you were doing first, and then I was like,
That's like the
I
sound.
yeah, I know. I was like, I got it. After a while, I'm here.
Y'all, our transitions are going to get better by episode 20, I swear to God. Now that we've made it to the island, let's welcome in one of the queens of Survivor, Miss Lauren, Ashley, and Beck.
Lauren! Yes! Well, I am so excited to be sitting here with you, not because you're our friend, but because you were amazing on one of my favorite shows.
Thank you.
I'm a huge Survivor fan, and I actually broke my ongoing streak. I wanted to watch every Survivor season from the beginning, and I was on season, I think 20 or 19, one of those, and I jumped to your season just so we could have a good podcast, and I loved it. So thank you for a great season.
You're so sweet, Savannah.
It was amazing, but I don't know who wins yet, so don't tell me. But
I'll try my best.
I'm right at the end. I could literally show you.
Yeah, she's very much at the end.
I'm
basically.
Right there.
She knows
there.
I didn't win, so
it's okay. I wanted you to though. Yeah. Right now, even though I know that you don't win, it seems like Lauren's got this. Like she could have this.
So close yet so far.
It's okay. That is Survivor though.
It's true.
And I want to know all your Survivor secrets.
I got them all on my TikTok.
Ooh.
Yeah. What's that TikTok before we even get into it? What's that TikTok? What's your TikTok name?
At Lauren Ashley Beck. I stay on brand with it all the way around. YouTube. I was gonna say MySpace. What year is it?
Girl. Now.
It's
Come
early
on now.
in the morning.
Tom about to pop up through
Snapchat,
the ground.
not Tom. But yeah, Lauren Ashley Beck.
Love that.
Alrighty. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm excited to have you here simply because I feel like this is an evolutionary moment.
Okay.
Because the last time or the first time we sat across each other was in a dusty old studio at an old job. Mm-hmm. Because we've known each other for a few years now, just doing the celebrity gossip thing. And thankfully, we have taken that, such a small opportunity. And springboarded it into television, hosting opportunities, as you should.
Yes,
you know
absolutely.
What I mean? And I just feel proud to sit here.
I do too, Court, and with Sav too. But it really is a full circle moment for both of us. And I didn't expect this. I didn't think, I thought we the stars, but I didn't think that our worlds would come back in this way, and I feel like we're in each other's lives so much more than we were before.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm proud of us.
It's
proud of our
girl.
Yeah, love it.
Life just keeps bringing you guys together.
It does.
Yeah. Well, Lauren Ashley Beck,
yes,
you the Survivor queen.
I'll try to be.
How? Are you super fan? Did you wake up one day and say, "Girl, I'm jumping in the water"?
Oh, no. I have been watching Survivor since I was 11 years old.
She said it on the show.
I did. I have always wanted to play. I'm somebody, Cora, and I think you know this about me. Sav, you probably know this about me too. If it scares me, I want to do it. Ooh. So for me, I always toyed around with the idea. Could I apply? Would I make it? Would they pick me? My mom always says Black people don't play that shit. So it was always something that I never thought I could actually do. And then one day I was like, you know what? It's time for me to go after my dreams. Actually, what ended up happening was I was nannying for a family that knew Jeff Probst, knew the host of the show. So I had been nannying for them for 3 years. And I walk in one day and they're talking about Survivor. And I'm like, are you guys talking about Survivor? That's my favorite show. And they're like, what? Black people watch that? I'm like, yeah. So they were like, well, we may run into Jeff sometime. You should make a tape. And so I was like, okay. So they're in a band. We just so happened to be going to a festival that they were playing at that weekend. And my nanny boss was like, make a tape. So she was like, Jeff might be there. So we go. here's this little man. He walks up to me. She must have like set it up and told him like, my nanny wants to be on Survivor, whatever. So he walks up and he's like, hey, I hear you want to be on Survivor. And I'm like, what is happening right now? He literally interviewed me in front of the band, all of their wives, the family. He's like, so can you actually do this? Like, do you think you can actually, it's really going to be raining a lot. And I'm just like, yeah, I got this. Totally lying through the skin of my teeth.
Yeah.
But I knew because we work in TV, this is my chance.
Yeah.
I have to. This is my
That was
moment.
your Hillary
And
Duff why not moment.
And if I don't do this and speak up, then I'm not going to be on the show. So I had a little thumb drive and I handed it to him. We were staying in these like RVs. He must have gone in his RV that day because I gave it to him on a Saturday. By Monday, I got a phone call from casting and they're like, hey, we want to bring you out to our finals week, like da-da-da-da-da. And I just, from then on, I had decided I was going on the show. I didn't care about the audition process, the finals week. I was going on Survivor. And so my nanny bosses, I love them to death. They become like family. They actually gifted me for my birthday and Christmas gift a survival coach. So this is before I even got cast. So they were like, we want to better prepare you. We want you to go. Like, we know the social part. You got it, girl. But like the outdoorsy part, I'm not so sure. And I wasn't so sure. So they live on a ranch and they were like, we can have you practice with this coach every weekend. You guys can come, live off the land, do whatever it is that you have to do. So for the better part of like 4 or 5 months, I spent my weekends, instead of going out, doing brunch, margaritas, I was practicing for the show and trying to make my dreams come true.
Wait, what were you doing? Like, what were they teaching you?
So he taught me how to make fire, which we all know how that worked out. And I did make a fire, but we slept outside. I remember the first time I slept outside there, I cried, I bawled my eyes out. And I've been to like summer camps and, but you're not sleeping outside. We slept outside. We built a shelter. And I'll find the video for you. We built a shelter outside from bamboo. He taught me how to use a machete. He taught me how to like make tools out of glass. I can make rope. This is like kind of cool. Like I'm kind of proud. I can make rope out of plants. So that was how I was able to be an asset to my tribe. We ran out of rope. And I was like, well, I can make rope.
I know that's right.
And they were like, who is this Barbie girl from LA talking about she can make rope?
Yeah.
And like he taught me how to make crab traps. He taught me how to make spears out of plants. He taught me how to find fresh water in a water table. We went out to like Castaic area and went and like dug deep to the water. He had me like drinking water. Like he showed me how to make like a water filter. I tried to do it on the show, but they didn't want me to because of like health issues. They were like, you can't use anything that washed up on the beach. But I was trying to be like Mrs. Jungle Woman, like Tarzan, like I can filter water. But yeah, we did everything under the sun. Just so that way when I went out there wasn't something that was going to hinder me.
It wasn't like a shock.
Exactly. And I'm glad that I did that because I think that if I did, I know myself, I'm an emotional bitch. Like I would have been a mess. And like you're already dealing with so much with social and just the elements in and of itself that I didn't want that to be an extra added thing that would keep me from winning the game. And you have to be careful though going into it because you don't want to showcase those skills too soon because then it's like, okay, this girl who's obsessed with pop culture and makeup and hair, why does she know all this stuff?
Right.
So I had to kind of play it like, oh, I don't really know what I'm doing.
You have to downplay it or upplay the LA girl.
Exactly right. And I absolutely did. They called me Survivor Oprah out there and I loved it. I ate that shit up. I was like, I will be that all day. But yeah, it's one of those things where I think that if you can prepare yourself for the show, you better do it. And that's what I talk about on Survivor Secrets.
That is so awesome. That makes like watching the season and like knowing how you got there that much better.
Yeah.
How amazing. And like I feel like that's like fate, as if like fate had hands and was like controlling.
It's so true, and I think like I'm not to get hippy dippy, but I do believe that everything happens when it's supposed to. And I think that if I had applied maybe years before, I might have not made it on the show. I wouldn't have done what I needed to do to get on the show. Timing is everything.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
As a diehard fan, of Survivor, obviously, like, when you're a fan of something, you always picture yourself doing it. I don't think I would ever do Survivor.
I think you would be great on Survivor.
I'm starting to think the way your ass been talking about Survivor.
I would be like, where's the nail salon, guys?
Well,
You
yeah,
need the coach.
but you're gonna have those moments too, of course. But I think you could do it. And here's the thing, Sav.
No.
People will underestimate you.
Yeah.
You too. Because people see us and they think like, oh, there's no way, which is very risky.
I don't know.
I think you could.
I don't know.
I think you could.
Well, one thing I've always wondered is at the end, if you're lucky enough to make it to the very end, how bad does your pussy smell?
How does it? Oh,
How bad does the
Okay.
how bad do how bad do you smell?
It's really, really bad.
like when you hugged your husband. Was he like
they were all
disgusted?
like, it was absolutely atrocious. Like you guys smelled horrible. And it's funny. I can't believe I'm going to say this. You can, so the people that you're with, like you guys share like a stink. But then when you like get around other people that you don't necessarily strategize or hang out with, they have a different stink.
Whoa.
And so it's like, it's like, it's there. And like, I'm not
How
going to name
scientific.
names. I know.
How
But
primal.
like, it is. It's like who you sleep next to. That's like who you smell. Like me and Elaine, we like, if I said this to her, she would know exactly what I'm talking about. And yeah, it's disgusting. So on like day 33, like 4 of us got UTIs. Sorry,
Oh
that's
my god,
TMI.
I was just wondering that. So what? Are you given antibiotics?
So yes, you
Okay,
are.
God.
But it got.
this bitch would get a yeast infection.
Well, no,
day
absolutely.
One.
Well, your underwear are wet. So we
Yeah.
called it, instead of free balling, we called it free lippin'. Where you would just, let it go and
the
let it
free lip.
flow. Let it go and let it flow. I had on a dress, which was nice because then I could just take my underwear off.
Air it out.
Because air it out. Because you're not getting any, there's no flow. Yeah. So thankfully they did give us new underwear and new or antibiotics. And that was amazing. But it was still like day 33. So like, in the meantime, we're going to the bathroom a lot. Periods aren't the funnest out there.
Yeah, and they don't give you like toilet paper or anything.
Oh,
so
absolutely not.
So you're like wiping everything with like hands, leaves. Oh, you're in the water.
Yeah, there's no
Rinsing.
wiping. Rinsing. Yes, we only had one lander, which is one person that went on land. Because how are you wiping? There are leaves that have like irritable hairs on them, so you could like mess yourself up really bad out there without. So they tell you like don't wipe with a fuzzy leaf because you will hurt your ass. Like,
someone did that.
Yes, they did. And also they had to, with the one lander, apparently the cameramen stepped in something and they were like, hey guys, this is how we found out there was one person that went on land. They were like, hey guys, like we just want to make sure like if you guys have business to do, like you're doing it off the trail because we had a cameraman, had a situation this morning. And then it was like, who did it? And then,
Who was it? Who was it?
Who shitted?
it was Nora.
Nora, you shitted on the trail, Nora!
Why am I not surprised that it was
Nora. Oh my God, Nora, I love you to death. I'm so sorry for repeating that.
Nora.
I love her too. She's
Everybody
great.
poops, Nora. We stand you
we
still,
all
girl.
do. And listen, when you have to go on Survivor, you have
I believe it.
to go. There is no, I remember sitting in a confessional with this guy named Clark, and I was like, Clark, I gotta go. I didn't give a shit who was around me. I took my dress off. I ran into the ocean and I just sat down and shit. There were cameramen everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. And I was like, I have to go.
I feel like at a certain point, you just you can't care anymore.
You don't. And you get so, that's why we're so bonded. You get so weirdly close that it's like, you don't care anymore. You don't. I remember one day I looked at Tom and I was like, can you stop talking to me? Your breath stinks. And then I was like, oh shit, I shouldn't have said that. Like, that's bad strategy. But like, he's my brother.
What's wrong with you?
Listen, I wasn't thinking in terms of $1 million. I was just like, sir, cover
That
your mouth
is
up.
so
Like you
funny.
got, because it was a lot.
I would be the same.
lot.
I'd be like, you and your hot ass breath need to take it.
Take it down, and like you're in
COVID.
It's in my breath. You're tall. Like the trajectory of the breath is. It was a
The
lot.
halitosis.
The halitosis. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Jeez,
That.
what was something that, like, as a fan of the show, you didn't expect when you got out there?
That's a really good question. Something that I didn't expect. I mean, there's a lot of unexpected things. I didn't expect it to be as cold as it was.
Oh.
Because Fiji, you think
Yeah.
it's tropical, it's going to be hot, and it
you guys
was
had those rainy nights,
exactly. And once you get wet and sandy, and there's sand crabs all around, and rodents found their way under our shelter and were like making like noises at night. Like it was bad.
Not the rodents.
That's crazy.
The rats.
They had y'all sleeping with the rodents?
Yeah, wait,
Yeah.
didn't a rat
Rat crawled into
Elaine's?
Karishma's mouth.
Karishma's mouth.
Yeah, we're
Absolutely.
laying in the shelter and she jumps up, and so if one person
Yeah.
jumps up, we're all jumping up. We don't care. It might be a snake, a tarantula. We don't know.
Yeah.
So we all jump up. She's like, a rat just got in my mouth. So then we look, and they had found, we hid our rice under the back of our shelter because that was the driest spot. So if it rained when we were at a challenge, our rice didn't get wet. Because if your rice gets wet, it's getting molded.
Yeah.
You're not
That's
eating.
it.
Yeah, that's it.
They found our supply. So they're living back there, and our food. By the end of it, Elaine and I were like, we're not eating that anymore. It was disgusting.
Ew.
It was gross. I would just rather not eat.
Well, what was the best thing you ate out there?
Applebee's.
Yeah.
Listen, I love me a good
off
shark
the
roll.
land, girl.
We had uni. We found
Oh,
uni sushi.
really?
Yes. They were eating snails on like day 2. I was like, you know what? It's not. You guys are like, I want to play Survivor. I was like, it is not that serious. I'm not eating snails. I asked Jason. I was like, what does it taste like? He's like, tastes like poop. I was like, sir, I will not be eating that.
Especially not on day 2.
Not on day 2.
Maybe past day like 20.
Exactly.
Or something.
I will say I don't eat meat anymore, but disclaimer, but we did win chickens and we made what's called chicken fat rice. We had won a spice rack. And so we would like sear the chicken with like salt water from the ocean and like put some spices in there. We had some soy sauce. They laid eggs. We got the chickens for one day and then they laid eggs. I'm pretty sure production had something to do with that. So then we put like eggs in the rice. It was so good. I remember one time too, I messed up. I went on a confessional when the chicken fat rice was ready. I told them next time I will not be leaving until I get my portion. Then I will do my confessional.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to miss
any?
it.
You didn't get any?
The first time, no. They left me a burnt leg. I was mad as hell. I was so mad. I was so
A
mad.
burnt
A
leg?
burnt leg.
I would have been pissed.
A burnt leg.
See, also, like, you're so hungry out there.
You are.
You're so tired. I'm not a nice person.
But here's
when
the thing.
I'm tired or hungry.
Here's the thing. I think like the first 5 days, you notice that about yourself. Like I remember I snapped at Jack and I was like, oh my God, that's not my man. I can't be talking to him like that. Mm-hmm. But then you're so anxious that you forget about the hunger. If you can believe that. Like you're so high anxiety.
Right.
So this person is stabbing me in the back. This person doesn't like me. This person is saying this about me. Oh my gosh. My brain didn't turn off for 38 days.
Yeah.
It didn't. And so, yeah, it's one of those things where you think it's really going to bother you. But I mean, if I'm being honest, like in between, I went on almost every reward. So I was okay, and I was trying to lose some
You were
weight
doing
too.
so good in the beginning.
Listen.
Like, you avoid the way you lucked out. Like,
Well, and that's what I tell my husband too a lot. I'm like, I got very lucky because I was able to
But
use my social game to be like,
yeah.
I want to sit out. And then I also got them to agree that if you sat out of a challenge, you couldn't send that person home because they didn't participate. So how can you blame them?
yeah.
How can you get mad at them? And I'm just going to say right now, the only time my tribe did lose were the 2 times that I sat out.
Ooh, call it.
She said
Call
what she
it.
said.
I mean, I'm just saying.
That's the
Not that I'm
TTT.
like an athletic person, but like I think it goes to say something about like group morale and just like what it is
Teamwork.
that. Yes, absolutely.
I was dead when you were it was the challenge where you guys had to maneuver in the sand with your arms or legs.
my
and
God.
You were with Karishma.
That was the
picture.
worst thing I have ever done in my entire life.
Can I be honest with
Yes,
you and
please.
say that when I saw that challenge, I got on the floor, okay? and I tried to do it, okay?
Please.
It was so fucking hard.
It's
and
hard.
And then I got up and I was like, I can't do this. And I was looking at you guys doing it in the sand. Everyone's faces are like covered in sand. I was like,
It's hot. Y'all hungry?
So
I could not
backstory
do
to
that.
that, I didn't realize this, but you see me crying because I literally
Yeah.
can't move. I stepped on Tommy's face and he gave him like a huge, so I could like, he was like hoisting me up. I literally stepped on his face. Then I'm crawling in the sand with my mouth open. By the time I got to the end, Elaine's like, Lauren, spit it out. I spit out a golf ball size of sand. It was horrible. Right before I did it, because they tie your hands behind your back.
Yeah.
They tie you to your partner. And the guy's like, the guy that builds the challenges, he's like, have fun. I'm like, this
That's
is
not
not
fun.
fun.
No, this is
you get
torture,
down here and
sir.
do this. And I knew once I said, I can't move. I knew they were going to air that.
Yeah.
I knew
Oh,
it. I
yeah.
knew it. I knew there
you
was
were
no
like,
way.
I can't. You
Yeah.
had so many good moments. Like, I'm trying to think about all. You had this one really funny one that I laughed at this morning. It was when you're.
What?
I think I filmed it.
Oh my
actually.
gosh,
It was so
I'm
funny.
excited.
It was the episode where your families. The
Oh,
families
okay.
come,
Yes.
And you were running.
I'm scared.
You are stupid.
I love this.
This shit is so fucking funny. Wait. When you're like,
I'm crying.
you're crying.
Jeff is literally yelling at me. He's like, "There's no crying in Survivor."
Me.
And he's like,
Well, because I'm
She's
listen.
like, you don't give up in this game. Emotions are running high, and it just cuts to Lauren.
Because, okay, here's tea
loved
about
it.
that.
I
I love Karishma. I love her to death. I do. But there were two people out there who were not athletic.
Right.
And that was myself and Karishma. And I'm all about manifestation, not me manifesting being partnered with that bitch. I was so upset. Yeah. I grabbed the rock. As soon as I grabbed it, I knew. I started crying before the challenge even started.
Yeah,
I was
'cause
like, I
you wanna
lost.
see your loved
I want to
one.
see my husband.
Yeah.
And so
I felt it.
I knew. And also, like, I can't, especially after seeing the challenge that we just talked about where she was with Nora and Nora was literally dragging her. Nora is a beast.
Yeah.
And so if
Amazing.
Nora can't do it, I definitely can't do it. And I know, like, I love Karishma to death, but we can't get this right, girl. So I was.
If there was one person on that season that I would never want to be matched with, I'm sorry, it's
Yeah.
her.
No, I know.
It's her.
And here's the thing. I always say this about Karishma. You know, obviously when you play a game with people, you get to know them in a different way. And we're very friendly now. It was very difficult to live with her. And my hat does go off to her because I can't imagine how alone she must have felt out there because we just couldn't deal with it. We
could
couldn't.
tell, girl. We was
couldn't.
watching it like, damn.
We
Karishma.
couldn't. Yeah. And
No
it's
one was like shy about it, which made the season really great.
I think it's because we just got to a point where she wasn't shy about it either. She didn't care. She was going to say what she had to say regardless. So we were like, you know, and you couldn't trust her. And so when you have a free agent like that, it's like, where do you lie? Where does your loyalty lie? In hindsight, I wish I had gone back and I wish that I had worked with her. Knowing her now, I wish that I had. I really do.
Really?
I wish that instead of, there was one tribal where I think it was Nora. It was that crazy tribal where Nora like blew up our tribal. And I think Karishma went home. It should have been Nora.
Yeah,
It should. Nora took my spot. She took my spot.
Yeah.
And Tommy told me from like day 3, he'd be like, she's going to take one of our spots. Little did I know he was saying she was going to take my spot. But I wish that I could have just taken a deep breath, got out my feelings and been like, what is really happening here?
it's hard when you're malnourished.
It is.
And
It
you're
is.
in a situation like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
and especially given how strong my original tribe was and how loyal we were to each other, I wasn't willing to be the one to rock that boat because then my ass was going home on the next one.
Right,
And I'm not, that's not going to be me.
Yeah.
So it's so hard. It's literally a game of chess. Like, how do you move these pieces to get to where you need to be?
Right. I feel you. I mean, I think still you did a fabulous job throughout the season, really entertaining to watch. You say that you're not the most athletic, yet you won. You came out with a win with one of the challenges.
Which is insane. Like me, literally, I feel bad watching it now because it makes me look like a sort, like I'm like rubbing it in their faces that I won, but I literally just could not believe it. I don't win. When they did schoolyard pick, my ass was picked last, as I should be, because I'm going to lose this for you guys. Like, I'm going to try, but I'm going to lose.
Yeah.
So the fact that I won and like to have it be against one of my best lifelong friends was great because I know she didn't give it to me. I was begging her. I was, please just let me have this. And she wouldn't. And so I can walk away from that knowing that like, it's not just my mouth that got me far. Like, I am athletic in some degree. I am, like, it's something I should be proud of. And I think that, like, I tend to minimize my experience, but it is something that I'm really proud of and something that I had been dreaming of for 18 years. Like, to have that, it was just, I literally am like, I won?
It was such a great
Is there a
moment to
glitch
watch.
in the Matrix? What is happening?
It was your moment.
All you.
It was
All you,
crazy.
boo.
And my nanny boss said to me, he's like, I knew that if it was something about your will, you were going to do it. He's like, I knew. I already knew.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I just kept saying in my head, like, Lauren, just picture like Jeff saying victory. Just picture him saying it. Picture him saying it. And when he said it, I was just like, what?
You were like, oh my God. I
Ashley.
love that.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. So I want to know one other thing.
I got you.
Did anybody have sex on your season?
Not on my season.
Oh, okay.
I want to ask Lauren Ashley Beck to take the listeners/viewers through that first day.
Ooh.
For those that are like,
the first day.
That first day.
It
Walk
is-
us from the moment you wake up. Is someone knocking on your door like, okay, girl, we getting in the car?
Okay.
plane,
Yeah,
What is
have
that
you,
whole
boat?
situation?
Okay, so you're
like?
at a place called Ponderosa, which is where they house you before the game to do like physical tests, mental tests, evaluations, things like that. You're there for a week. You cannot talk to one another, but you're around each other. So it's very uncomfortable, very awkward. Then after the game, they send people there, but it becomes a resort. So like, hey, you lost Survivor, but we want you to have fun. They give you massages, all that good stuff. So it's great. So before the game, you're in these tents. It's Fire Festival 2.0. Okay, they're orange. It's brutal. You're hot. There's frogs. All kinds of shit. So you're sleeping in those. People are snoring. It's miserable. They don't tell you when the game is starting. It's kind of like you can kind of feel it. You're there for like 5 days. They're like, you can sense something is happening. 3:30, 4 a.m. rolls around. It's pitch black outside. You hear, oh yeah, yo, yeah, yo, yeah, yeah, yo, yeah, 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 yo, yeah, yeah.
It's giving nightmare. Nope.
Get up, it's time to play Survivor. Wake up, get your clothes, don't talk to any.
4 a.m? Oh, girl.
So they give us our clothes. So then that's when we start to see who is on
the
our tribe.
finalists. Oh.
Because you can see what color people are wearing.
Buffs, yeah.
Now, people couldn't tell what tribe I was on because mine was pink. And Dean was the same way because his was blue. So the tribes were purple and orange. So they couldn't tell who was on what. Like, they didn't know. So everybody's sizing each other up, looking each other up. Then they're like, okay, we're going to put you guys on a boat. So they put us on a boat. And we're like, wait, are these our tribes? Like, what is going on? It's not our tribes. Is it our tribes? I don't remember. They put us on a boat. Okay, this is 3 years ago. They put us on a boat, and then we're on the boat for like 3 or 4 hours while they're shooting aerial shots of us, like, Jack is this guy from Rhode Island, and Lauren Ashley Beck is from, and we're just sitting there having to pee off the back of the boat. We're like, okay, I guess Survivor is starting. We still can't talk to each other at this point. So then, after that time happens, we see this helicopter fly by. We're like, is that Jeff Probst? Like, we're all excited, nerds. And then they're like, okay, you guys, we're about to start the game. You cannot talk until you get to your tribe flag. So they literally, historically, there's a marooning. I don't know why they didn't do it for our season. So they just dropped us off, literally, on the island. And they're like, okay, once you guys get to the flag, you guys all talk. So we walk up to the flag. We all stand in a circle. It's like the first day of school. They're like, everybody say your name and what you do. And that's when you really realize, oh, shit. This is starting. This is happening because you can see how people are looking at each other. Is this person lying? Like already, just with people saying their names and occupations. Then people start picking up machetes. I almost got decapitated by Kelly. She like swung her machete back and I'm behind her. And the boys are like, back up. And we're just all excited, so happy to play Survivor.
Yeah.
And then I would say people start branching off. And that's when you really are like, the game is afoot and it's time to get my head in the game. 2 people disappear, which is something you should never do, ever. I tell my Survivor Secrets people this all the time. Do not leave the tribe in the beginning, okay? Because it's so easy to say, oh my gosh, the really pretty girl. We don't remember her name, but she's not with us now.
Yeah.
Let's vote her out. Easy.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened on my tribe.
Maximizing
Yeah,
little
what was
things.
his name?
Jason.
Went to go
And
find
to
an
this,
idol,
to
right?
this day, he says he didn't do it. Sir,
Sir, you were on camera.
Sir.
Not you on camera.
Sir.
He's on camera.
You're on camera. We know what you're doing, and that's okay. But stand behind it. So it was hard because it was like, oh, that guy with the beard. What's his name? Oh, I don't know, but he's got to go.
Yeah.
Are we good with the 7? We're good with the 7. That's how quickly it happened.
You just take it every day. You take it,
and that's what
day
you have
by
to do.
day.
And that's what I did. You
And
have
as long
to,
as it's not you.
as
long as it's not you.
Hello. And I remember Kelly, she came up to me and she's like, so I really trust you. This was within like the hour. She's like, I trust you. So-and-so's being cagey with me. Let's work together. And I was like, oh my God. Oh, okay.
There it is.
All right.
Interesting. I don't know. I kept thinking about that on your season too, if I would trust Kelly.
You know, here's the thing.
I really like her.
I trusted her
though.
Right.
I don't know.
I trusted her wholeheartedly. And then things started coming out just about her background. She went to Harvard.
Yeah.
This girl went to University of Phoenix. I cannot compete with a Harvard education, okay?
But you did.
Well, I tried. But then too, she's very strategic, so smart. I caught her making a fake idol in front of, like, she thought she was being discreet, but she wasn't. And I said to her, I said, what are you doing? She's like, I'm making a fake idol. Well, I've been watching Survivor for 18 years. So I know if you're making a fake idol, that means you found a real one.
Yeah.
Because you're going to put the paperwork from your real idol with
And
your fake
match it
idol.
up,
I'm
yeah.
not stupid. So if you're my ally and you didn't tell me
that you were
you have
doing
an
it,
idol.
then we ain't
we're
working.
not exactly.
We're not in a
Exactly.
line.
Maybe
Kelly
we're
ass
just not as tight as I thought.
And that's when I realized I can't be putting all my eggs in one basket.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's when Tommy and I became super aligned. And that bond really was built off the fact that we were forced to sleep on the outside of the shelter every night while it was freezing rain, and nobody considered us at all. It was me, him, and Nora. And I remember one night it was like day 3. It was freezing rain. Second night, we were in the rain. His back was to the shelter, and I just pulled him into me, and I was like, we're playing this game together. And he's like, yes, I know. That was it.
I loved that friendship, that alliance that you guys had. Even though, like, in a game of Survivor, you're always looking over your shoulder and thinking, when am I gonna have to stab this guy in the back? I really like him. It was a really nice friendship to see, like, on the show.
Yeah, and I love to hear that because with Tommy and I, it was just very organic. Like, I remember one day I walked up to him first week and he's like, what's up, Sister Sledge? And I looked at him and I said, my mother says that to me all the time.
Really?
And I was like, what is going on? And he's like, my dad says it all the time. So I'm like, there's these little moments and little things that just make you feel connected. And we just decided, like, we're going to do this together. And we wiped each other's tears. I wiped his more than he wiped mine.
Lord,
but
Ashley,
it was a good partnership. I love him to death. I do.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, flawless season for those who haven't watched
Thank you.
Survivor, or if you're looking to get into it. Season 39, great season to watch. Lauren was phenomenal.
Lauren, Ashley.
Yes,
I want to
darling.
ask you, right? So Survivor's done.
Yes.
Right? What was that first month home like for you?
Absolutely atrocious. The thing that they don't tell you about reality TV is that you come home and you obsess over everything. What happened, what you could have done, what you should have done, what's wrong. Everybody has their own lens of which they see their game.
Yes, ma'am.
So then people are arguing with one another about what actually happened. We're competing with the storyline, what's going to be aired. It's a very... It's something that you don't expect when you sign up for a reality show. You think, I'm going to go have fun. I'm going to be on TV and make new friends. Blah, blah.
Say that one more time.
I'm going to be fun and have friends. Blah, blah.
It ain't just that. It ain't just a key. No, it ain't that.
It's not all butterflies and rainbows. So that was surprising to me. And we spent hours on the phone. I mean, I talked to Elaine for 24 hours a day.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Me and Savannah was like, all right, peace. see y'all when we get the text that the show is coming out. We'll see y'all maybe once or twice.
I love that. I mean, if I ever played again, that would definitely be my strategy because I just mentally.
And we definitely like obsessed for a while about what would, because we're in separate rooms. At least, it's kind of hard though, even when you're with someone like in a cast, or even when you're in a cast of people on a show, everyone still has their own perspective, right? Everyone had their own experience. Everyone's reality is, different.
Absolutely. Everyone has their own truth. And
exactly. Was that you on the show that said that?
I don't know. Maybe. Probably.
Someone said that on the show, and all I could think of was when I was on the show, and I was like, yeah, everyone does have their own truth. Duh. Because I said that at my finale, and people were trying to come for my neck. They're like, I was like, do you guys read philosophy books?
Hello?
Yeah.
They
Truly.
don't,
They don't.
They don't, no.
Well, we're going to segue. We're going to put our blinker on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't drive or have a license, but y'all do. Put our blinker on, and we're going to play our game called Kiss, Marry, Avoid.
Oh my gosh.
And it's our version of Fuck, Marry, Kill.
Got it.
Our producer
Marry,
gives
Avoid.
us 3 names, and you tell us who you're going to kiss, marry, and avoid. And they're all people that we all know, so it's fun.
Yes. No
Okay.
pressure or anything.
Okay.
Are you ready? You want to read the names, Savannah?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, you
I'll read the
names,
names.
Kira. I'm going to sip my
I'm
coffee.
so sorry. Okay.
Sure.
So yeah, we just like to end our show with this little game. So
Okay.
the 3 names that we have for you are Mitchell, Jack, and Shubham.
Your 3 circle bachelors.
We tried to pick 3 people that we were all at the Netflix open house with.
Oh,
so.
well, I'll just say I love all of those guys. I am going to kiss Shubham.
Ooh, same.
I'm going to marry Jack. I love Jack.
Yay.
I love Jack. even though I look at Jack like a little brother, so this is getting weird, but I do love Jack. And I'm only avoiding Mitchell just because that's the only other option, but I do love Mitchell too. But Jack has a really special place in my heart. He is like a really good friend to me. I love him to
Quality
death.
man.
Yeah, quality.
Quality man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah.
What would you do?
I'm going next.
Yeah.
I think I would. I think I would probably marry Jack, kiss Shuby, and avoid Mitch.
Not us having the same
Oh, wait.
answer.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Okay.
with that just because once again, Mitch is like the last option,
Yeah.
and I mean, Jack is cool.
I have the same answers as you guys, but for different reasons.
Okay.
Like, it's no fault to him at all. I respect him for his decisions, but I avoid every virgin.
Not avoid the virgin.
I avoid the virgins.
Okay, I think
Because-
that's fair.
Mitch-
I don't want to be. I don't want to be that person.
You don't want to be
right?
a deflowerer.
Right.
I
yeah.
feel that.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to deflower.
I feel
him.
that.
I don't want to pop
Okay.
his cherry.
I feel
Not
that.
a cherry popper,
You know?
not the Shirley Temple.
Yeah, because then I would have to marry him, and I just I'm not ready for that. So Mitchell, sorry, I'm gonna avoid you for now.
For now.
I've been wanting to kiss Shuby for a while. It's like a running joke that I have on my
Tongue or no tongue?
I love it.
only tongue. What
Only
the
tongue.
Only tongue.
Only
Yeah.
tongue. Okay.
Only tongue.
So Shuby, call me
The Shuby
Shub.
smooch.
And Jack, I would 1,000% marry Jack. I think the girl that marries Jack is gonna be so lucky. He's just such a good guy.
He is.
Yeah, he's a
he
good
is.
guy.
And he can keep any girl laughing. So ladies, if you're into Jack,
Hit him
he's
up.
available.
Call
He's
him.
available. Yeah.
But be good to him, or we gonna jump you.
yeah.
And that's
Period.
real.
Yeah.
Those
All right.
eyes.
All right, Lauren, thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Thanks for having me, guys. I love this. I love you both. I
course.
just want to say, I look up to both of you. You guys inspire me on the daily. I love what you do. I love your dynamic. And keep going. There is no limit. The limit does not exist.
Likewise, you
Cute.
two
At all.
sister.
Cute.
Thank you.
Of course.
We're all winners, babes.
Winner.
Even though we lost. That's the point of the show. No. Where can we find you on social media officially?
Officially at Lauren Ashley Beck on all platforms. I think I'm Lauren Ashley TV on Twitter, but I don't be tweeting.
Girl, get your ass back on Twitter.
Listen, I can't be tweeting.
I don't
Both of
tweet
y'all.
either.
It's too much. It's negative.
It's fun.
It
It's
is so
fun.
negative. I get
You can
scared.
curate your timeline.
Listen, I'm gonna kill it with positivity.
There you go. I'll
Okay.
retweet.
Okay.
I also never really have ever cared to hear what people have to say. So why am I gonna go on Twitter like that? You know what I mean?
I'll be reading that shit like the paper, girl. You know it's mess.
Not the paper.
Well, I'm everywhere else, not on Twitter, at Sav Palacio.
I am at Court Revolution on Twitter and TikTok, and Courtney Revolution on Instagram. And you can follow the Homecoming Queens on social media, Instagram and TikTok at Homecoming Queens Pod.
And don't forget to please follow our new YouTube channel, Homecoming Queens Podcast. Bye, guys.
Homecoming Queens is part of the Eve Podcast Network and a Forever Dog production. Executive producer, Tracy Soren. Engineer, producer, and editor, Clementine Yost. Theme song by Will Pitts. Cover photo by Stephanie Saias. Forever Dog Productions is Joe Cilio, Alex Ramsey, and Brett Boham.